today I just want us to dive into the far-reaching influence of the home. So all of us are a product of a home. We come from homes, whether they were parents' homes, guardians, siblings, but the fact is we are coming from home. And in this book we learn that the influence that we exert as parents to children will also reach the community. So what are the influences that we need to make sure that we influence, or certain principles or characters or behavior that we should give out to our children? First of all, we need to put Christ as a center of everything, as a center of our homes. If in our home we don't have Bible principles, we will discover that our children out there are doing so much terrible things. We've also seen children who come from well-ordered families, but they're just going the other direction. But one thing you should know is they still in them there's that little light that shine because of where they're coming from. So we need to have true principles in terms of our association, our conversations. And I always tell people, if you want to know what people say about you, just see how their children behave when they see you. Because in families, there's this tendency of people talking about other people in front of children, and children don't see the way their parents have portrayed you to them. They will get it as it is, and there's a certain way they will behave. Pay attention if you want. Number two is we should have influence that can go beyond family boundaries. So as much as we are teaching these children, we should know that they are social beings and they are meeting people. So the influence that we give them is going to the community. And if we are giving them bad influence, bad teachings, you'll find that that is what a community will be. In fact, that's what the church will be, because in the church, we are struggling so much to deal with different characters. And sometimes we wonder, are these changed? Are these saved? Are these transformed? Are they converted? The reason is simple. Some of these traits that we see is because of where they're coming from. So let us teach children to live with other people. I remember when growing up, our parents would always say, meaning, do you want to be embarrassing me? So once you're doing bad things, they will always bring you in good space so that you can just exert a very good example. The other thing is politeness and courteousness. So we need to teach children to be polite to each other. You can't teach children to be polite to their friends when they are not polite to you and they are not polite to their siblings. So politeness starts from home. The other thing is, a home should be a place of refreshment. There should never be chaos, disorderly, such that even yourself, you're scared of going back home. Let us make a home environment a bliss, a heaven, a place where all of us want to go. Very important. The other thing is, our family should always represent Christ. If families do not represent Christ, they are definitely representing the devil. So we should make sure that we have morning devotions. We are always teaching. The Bible is saying, teach your children. In fact, it doesn't say teach, train your children. When you are sitting, talk to them. When you are laying down, talk to them. When you are walking, talk to them. Everywhere, talk to your children. So make sure that you are representing Christ, and the relationship that parents have for each other is the perfect example of service to children. If you love each other, children should not only see you as a as their parents, but they should see you as lovers, as a couple, very respectful, and you'll see that that is the better service, because sometimes parents are saying, I'm here for children. Even your children don't want you to be in that situation. They are tired of seeing you fight all the time. They're tired of seeing you sad, and they are wishing, and they're asking themselves, but why did mom or dad marry this person who is always frustrating them? They at some point forget that you are the parent. So make sure that your love and respect for each other is showing a very good example of Christ in marriage. The other point is parents should show principles of success in terms of money and working towards making marriage a success. Marriage should not be something that you think it's a trivial matter, you can just joke about, you can go in and come out. No, no, no. You need to succeed and make plans for success in terms of education, in terms of finance. You should make sure that you succeed, because that influence that you're giving your children have a far-reaching consequences if not well delivered to them. The other thing is, in a home where there's poor teaching, you find that those poor things will go to, or poor teachings will go to the community. So make sure that you are teaching, regulating the traits that will jeopardize the success of a home. Don't be careless, and be as visionary as you can when it comes to a home management and how you want things run in a home. The wise people say, if you have failed to do anything in a day, at least succeed by making your bed. Because if you fail to make a simple bed where you just arrange your beddings, how then are you going to achieve so many things? So, meaning, whatever small things we do home, you find that they have influence in the way we run our businesses, the way we interact with people. And there's also a Japanese philosophy that says people that have money, they do two things. They clean shoes or arrange shoes, and they clean the toilet. In short, it's just saying you pay attention to small details in your home, because cleaning shoes is done at home. Cleaning the toilet is done at home. So home influence is very important. And sometimes when we don't pay attention to this, you will just marry off a child who's not even ready to stay with another person. Maybe who's coming from a well-ordered family. So it's very important that a home is taken care of. Then the other thing is, if we don't pay attention, you find that the effects or the things, the bad things, will go to the community, and they will damage the community, they will damage the church. This time we are talking about children bullying their friends in school. This does not just come. This comes from home, because they have seen you bully your partner, they have seen you not being polite. Sometimes these children are frustrated such that they want to just go on their friends who are very innocent. And sometimes we would wonder how certain things are not progressing in our life, not knowing that it's our children who are causing all this harm. Then the other thing is, we should remove selfishness. In a home, there should not be selfishness. Selfishness in the sense that sometimes we are keeping people that are not our biological children. And because they are not your blood, you'd want to mistreat them. You're selfish with food. You're selfish. No matter the influence you may have in the community and in the church, anywhere, if your home, your people do not know you to be a good person, it will still go back to zero. So you need to make sure that you have this, you work on yourself, in short. Work on yourself and then your home, and then you can go and exert that influence in the society. So what are the takeaway points? The first one is, we need to have a good character and behavior that we can exert to other people in the society. Then we need to have well-ordered families. Abraham is commanding his children, he's commanding his household to do the will of God. And husbands, make sure that you do this to your families. And once you do this, a good family is a family that is admirable. A good name is better than silver and gold. You may have all the money, but if your relationship with your children, your relationship with your wife is bad, you find that in the community, it will not be good. And that's why sometimes we find our leaders do not have influence on us, because we look at where they're coming from. You have failed at home, how can you control me? How can you lead the country? How can you do this? So that's why even in leadership, we need people that have good family principles. Then the last one is a home environment should be beautiful, should be nice, well-ordered, things put together so that you come and enjoy your day after a very stressful moment. So if you like this video, please subscribe and come back for more family life tips. Thank you.